Okay, so just part two of my little video review today, introduction for the course. As I was discussing, we'll be having some text to engage in some critical analysis about that. First, we'll start off with a discussion board post. You'll be doing those on the weeks that we do not meet for both of the major texts for the class. And then for both of those texts, there's a critical literature analysis assignment. We'll talk about the details for that assignment and all the guidelines when we meet together. The third major assignment that you have is a collaborative assignment that has been very successful in, again, past iterations of this course and has been refined over time as well based on feedback. So this is the best version yet. You'll be working with a set of peers around a topic, and you'll see those topics on the syllabus. To do some research. There's some assigned readings. You'll also be asked to bring in a scholarly journal article that is related to that set of readings. And your task for the group will be to to participate in a panel presentation. So very actually exactly aligned with how you present at an academic conference. You'll be preparing a PowerPoint, you'll be preparing notes to speak that align with that PowerPoint, and you'll be teaching your audience about the schooling experience and perspectives of a particular youth population. You'll be discussing the everyday and systemic challenges that they face, and you'll be discussing the theoretical and empirical literature that informs our understandings of their experiences. And finally, you'll be sharing some socially just transformative approaches to support the needs of this group of youth. And so you'd be imagining that you'd be presenting this at an academic conference. And in the past, some of my students have used the work from this panel, from this course, to present at national conferences on education. So you'll get lots of time to prep, and you'll see these topics ahead of time. It's something that folks often begin to work on sort of a little bit at a time across the semester, and I'll be providing some guidelines about that assignment so that you have a clear indication of what you're required to do. The final assignment of the course is the Social Justice Initiative. And so here, when we get to the end of the course, you're going to be tasked with sort of putting together everything that you've learned, and then having thought, throughout the semester about your emerging research interests. And even if you haven't decided it yet, you can borrow some of the topics that we've discussed in the class, and you'll develop a very brief, this is about a 2-page document, but it's dense, but it is brief, that is written for a wide audience. So not just other academics, not just classroom educators, but could be policymakers, could be people that are engaged in philanthropic funding, sort of all of the landscape of folks who may be engaged in making decisions about transformative policies in the educational complex. So I will teach you how to write this initiative. It's very similar to what we often call a policy brief, and that is due during finals week. So with that, let me just say that there is an introductory assignment that we would have worked on today in person, but that is all right because the internet is our friend. So you're going to be reading chapter 1 of a book by authors Sensoy and D'Angelo. The book is called Is Everyone Really Equal? And this chapter is just, and I'm not asking you to buy this book, chapter is just provide some key concepts and sort of an overview on concepts related to social justice education. That is posted on D2L, and then you'll write your first discussion board post and response. and that is due on 8/31. So in lieu of being due today, obviously, I'm asking you to uh, do the reading. It's very short. I want to say it's about 12 pages. And then you'll craft your discussion board post and just a quick reaction, and you'll see the guidelines on the syllabus, and then respond to one other person. And again, those guidelines are there as well. Try to get on this early, the sooner the better, so that everyone has a chance to participate. So bonus points to the first person who posts. And I look forward to reading your thoughts and hearing from you. You'll notice that the first chapter of Ferguson, which is Bad Boys, is due, the discussion board post and response is due on 9/3, so next Tuesday. So that's coming up. So the Sensei and D'Angelo, I promise you, very straightforward, very quick. The Ferguson, we're getting into the meat of the work. So you'll hear from me next week here on D2L as you engage in that reading and supporting you in developing some ideas for your discussion board post. And just, as a final note, I'll say with those posts, this is not sort of a grade game, right? This is very much about, I want to hear your ideas, and in hearing your ideas to get to better learn some of your research topics or potential research topics, what you care about, what matters to you, what's happening in your school context, how you understand the text that we're reading in common, how you all communicate and collaborate with one another to unpack the text and empathize with one another's context, provide one another ideas, right? They can be supportive, challenge one another's thinking. So, with that being said, I look forward to seeing your work. And if you have questions or you need some support, please feel free to contact me. I'm pabon@kutztown.edu. I will be on campus tomorrow and Thursday. I'm available to meet via Zoom or in person during my office hours. I'm sure my office hours often conflict with students' office hours, so by appointment is totally fine. We can do this hybrid and we can do this successfully. So here's to a great semester. Take care.